So, what is the meaning of life? Have you ever thought about that? What is the meaning of your life? Does it have any other significance besides all of the regular things that we do on a daily basis? Is this just some sort of 24-hour a day, 7-day a week, 365-day a year cycle where we're born and we die and we just try and accumulate as much material stuff as we can? We have good days, we have bad days, but it all just kind of blends into one experience. I'm here to talk about what your life is truly about. The real reason that your soul came into this body and into this reality. How to understand what it is that you came here to do. And it doesn't have to be some sort of grand thing like you're supposed to become the president of a country or someone famous or someone rich. Everything about why you came here is hidden within the tiny details. Think of it like a puzzle. Every little piece matters, but they don't all necessarily fit together easily. That's what makes it difficult. Well, life is the same, because if we already knew all the answers, then we wouldn't have to contemplate these things. And then it wouldn't be a challenge, and then there'd be nothing to achieve. I'm going to be doing a ton of videos like this, so don't forget to subscribe, like, share, so that we can have this conversation and, more importantly, talk about things that mostly aren't talked about. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, I want to jump into some concepts that I call universal truths. These are things that all of us can agree upon. They're essentially irrefutable facts, and all that you have to do is just keep an open mind, think logically, not emotionally, and take everything that you think you already know, everything that you think you already believe, and just set it aside for a little while and try and digest these things, because they're very important. There's a lot of really valuable information that I'm going to be talking about on all these videos, and it's all meant to help you, because we're all here together as a team. We didn't come here to compete against each other. It's not whoever beats everyone else wins the race. There's nobody here that's going to escape death. So it's us against the challenges of life and the ticking time clock, trying to get there as quickly as we can, as efficiently as we can, before our time is up, before the soul separates from the body, leaves it on the ground, and that's it. Whatever happens from there, who knows? We all have our thoughts and beliefs on that, but I'm here to just talk about the facts and just talk about things that we all can agree upon and all digest to help each other. So I'm going to jump into these universal truths. Universal truth number 1. You were born here alone. You will leave this reality, die, separate from your body alone. Now, what I mean by that is, obviously there can be people by your side. When you were born here, you had doctors, you had your mother, hopefully had your father and some family members around you. And when you die, depending upon how you go, you might be surrounded by other people as well. I'm going to talk about this more in depth, in detail on future videos, but I'm just going to run through these universal truths quickly, and then we can dive deeper into them in the subsequent videos. Universal truth number 2. When you leave this body behind, you cannot take anything material with you, including the body. I think we all know that. Everything that you accomplish materially, all your money in your bank account, all gets left behind. The only thing that you can take with you is your life experiences and who you evolved into as a soul. Again, I will get deeper into that in some of the following videos. Universal truth number 3. You are completely unique. There are no two versions of you alive on this planet. Not genetically, not your personality. You are completely amazing, because there's only one version of you. I mean, how awesome is that? That means that your reality belongs just to you. This is another reason why we need to focus on ourselves. Yes, of course, we can help other people, but if we don't figure out our own puzzle, nobody else is going to do it for us, and we're the only ones that knows how to find those pieces and put them together in the right order. Universal truth number 4. You have free will. Ultimate free will over your reality. Every single morning that you wake up, you choose to do certain things. Anytime you want something, you think about it, You can act upon it. You can speak upon it. So that means that you are 100% responsible for everything that happens to you in life. No blaming anybody else. Nothing happens to you just by random circumstance. Everything is happening because you needed it to happen for your own personal growth. This is an amazing thing. It's also a very challenging thing. But once you learn how to understand and process that and have that kind of mindset, then you start looking at the why instead of blaming it or emotionally processing it in a bad way. Universal truth number 5. You cannot share your exact reality with anybody else on this planet. That means if you and I are looking at the same garden and I ask you what you saw after about 15 or 20 seconds, you're going to list off a bunch of different things. I'm going to list off a bunch of different things, and they're not going to be the same. We are all sharing the same kind of reality, if you will, but our perspective is different. I can't jump inside of your body. You can't jump inside of my body. We can try and share our thoughts. We can try and share our emotions. We can try and share all that stuff with each other, but we truly 100% cannot experience each other's realities simultaneously because we have free will. Universal truth number 6. We live in a dualistic reality. This reality that we're living in right now currently has extremes: light, dark, male, female, negative energy, positive energy. Can go on and on about those things. That's why we have free will, because if you don't have 2 or more options, you have no choice. You're given one choice, it's not really a choice. You've got one option, that's just your option. That's not how it works here. That's why we have free will. Everything around you is a choice. There are no coincidences. All of that stuff is happening because it's meant to be that way. It's structured to be that way for free will to exist. Every single thing you do, no matter if you understand it or not, is a choice. And we're going to get more into that, how to identify those choices, how to understand those choices in future videos. Now, there are so many other concepts that we're going to go over. We're going to get into such detail. It's going to be amazing. The information is incredible. And when I say we, I mean, this is a conversation. So I want you guys to comment in the comment section. I'll talk about things on these videos based upon your guys' concepts as well. I have a ton of material already on all this stuff because I have been living this type of a life, this type of thought process since I was a little kid. I know you can figure out what your life's purpose is all about. I'm living that same reality. I know what mine is, and I want to share all of these really helpful and useful tools with you guys and work together so that we can help figure that out for each other. Because there's no other reason for being here that's more important than that. All the material stuff, all the experiences, those are just things to help us understand why we came here. So it's very important to think about 2 things that I'm going to need you guys to have if you really, really want to be successful through your journey in life. Number 1, logical thinking. Logical thinking is extremely important. Emotional thinking is not so much. We can get wrapped up and lost into emotions, but when you take emotions and you take logic and you separate them from each other instead of having them kind of share the same reality, then it becomes very evident and very clear as to what is meant for you in life and what is not. Now, we're human beings, so we're going to process things emotionally, but there's a difference between feeling and emotions. Deeper feeling is something coming from your soul, absorbing things through the emotions, processing it up through your brain, into your higher self, into your higher consciousness. I am going to teach you guys how to identify and separate all of those things so that your brain is trained to be able to process information while you're living with all of those things happening simultaneously. I know it seems confusing. I know it seems like a lot, but really it's not. Once it's explained clearly and once you kind of take those little baby steps, one foot in front of the other, then you evolve into that version of yourself that is going to be so powerful, so liberating, and you're going to be able to co-manifest and participate with this reality instead of feeling like it's happening to you. You are going to be the one driving the bus. Number 2, open-mindedness. Open-mindedness is one of the most important things you can have in life. There are all these experiences, all these options, because we need to utilize those things to figure out what resonates with us personally. This is a personal journey. This is not a team journey. We're all here sharing this kind of reality, as I said, but you are walking it alone. Nobody can walk it for you. So cultivating open-mindedness is one of the absolute most important things that you need to do in life if you want to make it far. We cannot get stuck on certain things. Every single thing in life, whether it be science, spirituality, politics, religion, humanity, psychology, you can go on and on. Every single thing has that dualistic aspect to it. You need to understand that some of it is meant for you and some of it is not meant for you. But the reason the not meant for you stuff is there is to help you figure out what the meant for you stuff is. They balance each other. Open-mindedness. Remember, this is a practice. Evolution does not happen overnight. It is a slow, methodical process. It is amazing. It's wonderful. It's difficult, but baby steps. It's just like going to the gym. Not going to get results overnight. It's something that takes consistency and dedication. This stuff is so interesting. It's so incredible. And the whole point is to help empower yourself. The one most important thing that you can work on is yourself. You can accomplish everything materially, but if you don't work on yourself, then when you leave here, you may have a bunch of material stuff, a bunch of money in your bank account, but you don't have a lot in your spiritual bank account or through your evolutionary process. And that's the whole point, is to be more in control of your reality. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out all my different videos on all the different platforms. I'm going to do long form platform on YouTube. I'm going to put some other content on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. Share it if you feel like it's relevant, and learn from it, and comment so that we can have these discussions and work as a team to figure this all out. Not everybody's opinions, not everything that everybody says is meant for you, but it's not necessarily meant for you directly, but it is meant for you indirectly, because how would we know what we like if we don't have something there that we don't like? But that don't like doesn't mean that we need to resist it or we need to hate it. It just means that it's there to kind of like bounce us off into the other direction of where the things are that we do need. It's all very useful. It's all very, very relevant. I have one last question for you. Destiny is calling. Are you going to answer it?